Fostex, still Fostex, just a mod. So these are the TH610s and these are the LAWTONS. Now, there's many flavors and varieties of LAWTONs, and these have had some other things done to them besides just a standard conversion. These started life X00s, and then they got LAWTONized, which means different, bigger wood cups, very shiny, very shiny. Different, bigger LAWTON pads. Didn't bother to change the wire out or make it detachable. That's a little bit of a negative. Now these, on the other hand, are the brand new Fostex TH610s. A nice matte, beautiful wooden cup. Oh, what's this? Well, it's the same system that Sennheiser uses, so you can use Sennheiser cables if you want to replace the cable in your Fostex. I even bought a Sennheiser, well, it was marked for the Sennheiser 600s, but a balanced cable to try things out. We'll get to that in another video. Not using the stock pads. Here are the stock Fostex pads. And I've liked the stock Fostex. I liked them on the X00s. These are the stock ones on the X00s. I liked them on the 600s. These are their pads. These are Fostex pads. But they're just a little bit tiny in the hole area. So they're not uncomfortable. They're not as comfortable as they could be. And that is not going to fly here. So the LAWTONs have gone with the big and oval and like that. So I have, boom. These are the new, brand new sheepskin. I'll pull one off because it's not even a quarter turn. It's a little tiny turn. Boom. These are the sheepskin HM5 angled. And they're not cheap. They cost what sheepskin ear pads cost. But for long listening sessions, comfort, you gotta have, you know, two things set your head: the pads and the top of the headband. The headband doesn't have much going on for neither one of these. They're again identical, even though these started as X00s and these are 610s. Fostex just gets something and they're just like, does that work? All right, keep doing that until people complain. I wasn't going to do these in the same video. I wasn't going to, you know, I was going to do this separately, and I was going to do this separately, and everyone was going to be happy. But I started getting ready to do this review, and I'm like, but I want to know, and then I got these out, and I put them into the Tascam, and it's like, everything's balanced. It's this headphone, this headphone, this headphone, this headphone. Fuck. There was something off about the LAWTONs. And I was spending days trying to calculate it out. Like, well, what are they going for? What's their goal? What are they trying to do? And then I realized these were X00s. Probably the original ones. The ones that were narrow as fuck. With amazing bass. So what they've done with the mods here, with the giant wood cups, is they've attempted to give them soundstage and maybe tone the low end down. And in a way that's worked. Now what are the 610s trying to do? Well, they're trying to be better than the 600s, which I actually have put away. If I were to look at these on their own, I would say they're an excellent upgrade from the 600s. They're not TH900s. They haven't taken the TH900s and shoved that tech and that build into these, and then, you know, they'll have something else. These are still in the middle ground of these are a great example of closed headphones. They really are. The imaging is spot on. The low end is full enough that you don't care. It's like, yes. The build is obviously good. Headphone wires comes off. Vocal clarity, great. The highs, they get up there, but they don't get too high. Now let's pick up the LAWTONs. So they've increased the soundstage of what was the X00s. And by doing that, they've sort of yanked the sound that was this cohesive ball of a signature, and they've just ripped it in half and shoved it down. These sound off to me. When I put on my imaging tests, this comes off as crystal clear. You go left to right, where this one comes off as left to right. it's got a big, not gap, but it loses some resolution in the middle. And then, well, okay, but it's got width. It's got more width. It has more width than the 610s, and it certainly has more width than the stock X00s. But it's almost as if they've just put a giant marble room behind each one of the drivers. Because you put it on, and like there was a song that was like a church with an echo, with like you could hear the echo. And in this, it was like, holy crap, the echo. But then you put on this and like, oh, it sounds like we're in a church and there's echo. And then you put on something that isn't in a church with echo, and this is still echoing. It's got the seashell effect going on, where there's just too big a space behind the driver. It's actually muddying up all sorts of frequencies. They just aren't, they're not as cohesive as they should be, or they were when this was an X100. I'm going to end up, I don't like giving, it's not a bad set. The guy did his thing. He made him, he crafted them into something different than they were, and someone out there will enjoy them. I was just sitting here having a hard time listening to them. Like, why am I having such a hard time getting into like music with these headphones? And it's because everything is just off. The bass for the X100s is still there. Obviously not as violent and in your ear as it would have been in the stock form. But you put them on and it's like, oh, low end. More low end than the 610s. But it's as if, yeah, it's as if the sound is fine as long as it's in between you. It actually sounds a little further behind you than normal. You put these on and the sound is coming from dead center of your head. You put these on and the sound is coming from, you know, a half-inch further back. And I know that's a really weird explanation, but there's some headphones you put on. I actually put these on backwards to see if I could bring the sound forward. Like maybe it's just an angle of pads or where the driver's situated. It's just not, it's not helping. It's weird sounding and behind me, where this is normal sounding and where it's supposed to be. These are like default normal headphones, and I praise them for that. Can't knock the look of that cup though, holy God. Let's take a look at the Fostex. Oh. Do you have to change the pads in the Fostex? Meh. I mean, you're getting a thicker, yeah, I want to tell you yes so bad. I just want to say yes. Yes, change it out. Yes, 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 hell yes, 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 yes. I like how these attach, by the way. And all you have to do is, this ring comes out from here, and then you put it in there, and then you can change pads. So it's the same on both. Actually, I could show you the difference. So these are obviously the LAWTON pads. Yeah. 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 Calm down, man. Doing a review. Shut up in there. Poor bastard. Gotta work on the phone. Now, these cost, and I'll have to look up the amounts that this actually came out to, but it's in the range of over $500 for these. And these cost, I haven't looked these up in a while, but I'm going to assume it's damn near that. It's damn near that. So that means you're probably going to end up with this. I prefer this over this. The question is, do I prefer this over other things? I don't know, what do I have to look at? Not much. Denon's over there. It's really like, I want to spend $500 on closebacks. I know that you're gonna all scream in the comments and you're gonna be like, oh, what did you do about this and this and this and this. Shut up. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, these do nothing offensive. They don't blow me away. They're not 900s. Nothing is 900s. Only 900s are 900s. The 600s were an attempt to get to the 900s, and these don't feel like they're trying to get that magic. They feel like they're just doing their own thing. And I approve of that. I mean, the build, you can't... I mean, what's the build like? I don't know. Watch every other review I've ever done of a Fostex product. It's pretty much this exact same build. Do I like them? Yes. Do I like these? They've done something... I want to say wrong, but I can't knock a mod, really. I have to just assess what I'm hearing in the mod and tell you. I think that they went with big cups compared to stock. Like, big. Holy crap. And I think if they stuffed them a little better, maybe they would kill some of that echo I'm hearing. It's just, it's big. I could hear the space behind it. And it's not controlled enough. Oh well. At least they look pretty. The attached wire will be the first thing to go, by the way. They all use the, you know, vacuum cord that nobody wants. Nobody fucking wants that. So thank you, Fostex, for finally putting on removable cable. Even if it's, you know, some weird shit. You know what? This is all external. Is that why they did it? They didn't cheat. Son of a bitch. I just realized why they use this type. Because it doesn't enter the cup. So this is literally a mod that they're doing in factory that they don't even have to wire inside differently. They just stick this thing on it and it has all the... Everything's external now. Congratulations, Fostex. You did that very, very snive and conniving like. A bastard. Alright. So... 610s I approve of. LAWTONS, Maybe the mods are doing it. Maybe there's other things that are happening. Maybe you can get... I'd love to try a couple other sets of LAWTONS. See, maybe if you don't start with the X00s at the base, if you start at either 610 LAWTONS, find that out. Or I'll find that out. But yeah, these good. These gorgeous. Number one. We got to get the gorgeous out of the way. And then those pads are so good. Fuck. These kids are alright. They're alright. These are better. These are better. Get the LAWTON pads or these pads. They're both pretty freaking expensive, but you know, I will spend more on pads than headphones if it means I could wear them for hours and hours on end with no problem. Definitely a step up in the right direction.